Students studying abroad from Russia and Ukraine throughout Rochester colleges are speaking out against the war.
Chase Howell sat down with some of them today. Many are deeply disturbed by what they're seeing thousands of miles away.
The word sorrow came up in each conversation I had with these students. They say watching the war play out on their screens makes them feel hopeless. This video was taken outside a home in Kyiv where U of R student Anton is from. His family scattered throughout the city, taking cover in basements and subways as the country remains under attack.
They saw burned down tanks, burned down military weapons, burned down bodies. And every night they hear bam, bam, bam.
Anton says his cousins are fighting in the war right now.
In Kyiv, they're giving out AK-47s. To pretty much anybody who has a Ukrainian passport and is a male. So the day that started, they went in, they got the weapons, they got military, so like they joined the National Guard there.
2 Russian students here in Rochester are taking a different approach to fighting in the war. Angelina is a doctoral student at RIT. She says her friends have taken to the streets of Russia to protest the invasion of Ukraine.
I've been watching all of those videos from the Kharkiv, from Kyiv, from all of those Ukrainian cities, and I feel sorrow. I am sorry, I think, for what my country is right now doing. And yes, and I'm horrified.
Boris is also from Russia. He lived in Moscow all his life before moving to Rochester to study at U of R. And he's no stranger to protesting, even attending and being arrested at an anti-Putin protest during his winter break in 2021.
If I were there, I would definitely go protest. I would go protest there because I feel very sad that I'm being here right now and not in Moscow, because I just can't simply sit, watch everything happening without me actually taking part in all of this.
Starting tomorrow, those interested in donating to people in Ukraine can drop off supplies to several locations, including here at 13 Wham.
This is school without masks.
There was definitely a buzz. I think that it was a sense almost of like the unknown, yet at the same time, familiarity.
It has been more than a year of mask wearing in schools. Some children have never known class without them. Good afternoon. I'm Doug Embledge.
And I'm Jenny Ryan. Masks are not entirely gone from schools. They're optional. And we saw several today. When the state mandate was lifted, the decision was left to county and school leaders and, of course, families. 13 Wham's Natalie Kutchko is live at a Rochester school to tell us how things went today. Natalie?
Yeah, Jenny, Doug, from here on out, it will be up to parents and students to decide if they mask or not when going to school. Now, teachers we spoke with today say they prepared for this as much as they could.
Bye, Abby. Bye.
Another sign of normalcy in the COVID pandemic. Masks now optional in most schools across the state.
I'd say about a little less than half are wearing them half-hourly. In my classroom, we're respecting each other's boundaries around here and going with the flow.
Some teachers in the Rochester City School District say there's still a feeling of uncertainty in the classroom.
Definitely a buzz. I think that it was a sense almost of like the unknown, yet at the same time, familiarity. The kids were asking, so we don't have to wear masks?
The decision for RCSD came after Tuesday's dismissal, leaving some teachers feeling rushed to inform and communicate with students.
It coming after school had been dismissed did not give anybody really enough time to talk about it. I mean, like I said, I did it earlier with my classroom, but I really wish it would have come earlier in the day so we would have had a chance to talk with students a little bit more.
Meanwhile, in West Irondequoit, a sense of relief from some parents at morning drop-off. Katie Manchester has a kindergartner in the school district.
I'm just happy that my kid can go to school and not have to worry about the masks, and people can see her smile and she can just be a kid and not have to really worry about it. So I'm excited about it. But also, as a mom, I'm nervous too, you know?
As students, teachers, and parents prepared for this announcement, some say they hope it's the right one at the right time.
We will be able to crack the windows a little more comfortably through this weather, and hopefully we continue to see that the numbers trending downward. But there is an inherent risk in what's about to happen that the superintendent, obviously, of not just our district, but all of them, saw it was worth taking.
Now, RCSD also released the results of a survey taken last month where nearly 80% of families, 60% of staff and students all voted in favor of continued masking and keeping that mandate in place.
Fire safety experts are now saying close before you doze can be just as important. Dalton Williams explains how closing your bedroom door at night could save your life.
It's a simple piece of advice, but one that could potentially save you or your family during a fire.
A door might not seem like a big thing to close on your way out of a fire or while you're sleeping, but it will save a life and it will save your property.
The North Greece Fire District shared photos of damage from a house fire on East Manitou Road Monday night to show how a room withstands a fire with the door closed.
The fire is 1,000 degrees on one side of the door. It'll only be 100 degrees on the other side of the door, and that's just with a normal interior bedroom door.
Calliope Aravis from the Gates Fire District says the door creates a barrier.
Because fire does have carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and other particles from what's burning inside of your home, and those will kill you before the fire does. You'll be overcome with that smoke before the fire even reaches you.
Firefighters say you only have 3 minutes to get out of your home during a fire, and every second counts.
40 years ago, you had about 17 minutes to get out of your home. So the way homes are manufactured now and the way things that are in your home are manufactured burn quicker, faster, and that fire moves really fast.
And one more key reminder, always have a working smoke detector.
You want to have that door closed, but you also need those smoke detectors too to make sure you know when to get out.
Aravis says once you are secure in the room, the next step is to find your exit, which will likely be a window. She says the options for people who live on the second or third floor are either a fire escape or the hang and drop method, where you hang outside the windowsill and slowly drop yourself down the side of the building.